Hi, I'm Josh.
And I'm Suzi.
And we're the California Dreamcast. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tough one. Probably our least favourite episode yet. Welcome to the Dreamcast. Yeah, Suzi, this is going to be a bit of a slog.
We'll make it fun.
We'll get there in the end. We'll make it through. Hey, I'm a fan of the show. I'm a long-time fan of the show. This is not my favourite episode. Nowhere near it.
Yeah, we have to do every show. I suggested to skip it, but...
I'm so psyched! Me too!
What's it called? Friends First. That's it. Cool.
Friends First.
Friends First. Suzi. Come on with Friends First. Friends First, written by Tony Soltis on this occasion.
Yeah.
Soltis.
Bit of a failure, Soltis.
You got the summer solstice, the winter solstice, and the failure.
The failure
Solstice.
Soltis.
Yeah, no, come on.
The
Tony's
in-between
alright.
season.
Tony's alright. It's just not great. I mean, like, you can't even blame the actors in this one. It's the material.
Yeah.
It's the material.
It's the whole kit and caboodle. It's Jenny, because, you know, she's in it more than what I'd like her to be.
No
I think we've all
annoying kid.
established that I don't really like her.
No annoying kid, though.
Couldn't even save this episode. Like, it's just,
well.
I don't know.
We'll save our after show wrap for, we've already done it. So let's get into the material that brought us to that conclusion.
Play it, yeah.
Starting off at Sharky's and Tony's messing up orders. No, this is where I got to stop and backtrack and completely contradict myself. There's some cool little one-liners in the episode, and there's some good reactions and whatnot. But yeah, they're pushing uphill, our players, in this particular episode. So yeah, Tony's messing up orders, bringing the crew cheeseburgers, and nobody ordered cheeseburgers. But the way he was just going cheeseburger, 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 it reminded me of that old Saturday Night Live skit from like 1980, like with Dan Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi.
Yeah.
Blues Brothers, those guys, and Chevy Chase and the whole crew. Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, no hamburger, cheeseburger. Sly tries to convince Sharky here to have the band as a regular act. So like they've played the Botba Luau, which they organised on the sly. But yeah, they want that house band gig. Seriously though, Sly, come on. You're going to do it with that song? Like even the song here, even our musical number in this episode is sorry to the Tyrells, the creators of our show theme.
It's a bit lame.
And some other great tunes.
Yeah.
You're going to try and get the house band gig at this and also trying to sway his way of doing business, not relying on a jukebox.
That's income messing with. Yeah.
Bad move. They should have waited, let it simmer till season 2. You rock out on She's Not You. You're telling me you're not going to get the gig?
I know. There's so many other better songs that you could...
Even in season 1. They should have sacked him right there. This should have been the end of Sly Winkle in California Dreams. Bad business move.
Yeah, he's a bit off in this episode as well. Like, I think the whole crew is just like, meh.
It's the focus on the girls.
Nothing against them, but I think it's just the writing of this episode was just lame.
It was lazy. It felt lazy.
Yeah.
This one. Here we learn that we've spent like 5 minutes on the first scene, so it couldn't have been too bad.
I know, but I've only got one page. But one thing I noticed...
compared to like the 3 we'd normally have.
One thing I noticed in this show, like, they spend so much time at Sharky's, yet they never eat anything there. Like, I noticed that later on when we were first watching the series, they would always have food in front of them or they would be presented with food, but they would never eat it.
See that a lot
Yeah, I don't know.
in shows. That
I
happens.
just look at the food and
I want it. If they're bringing out burgers and chips, they're from catering out the back.
probably.
You know what I mean? Like on the,
but they've
on
probably
the-
been sitting there for like a while and
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, all congealed, fatty, and the cheese is all, good stuff. So here we meet Matt's friend Ted from music camp. Teddy's coming to town and the girls are like, oh, that's that fat friend of yours. And Jenny's the one that's being being all Jenny about it.
A bitch.
Yeah.
So, Matt, shouldn't Baby Shamu be here by now?
Brian DeTillo, who was a mainstay on Days of Our Lives for years.
Days of Our Lives and
I knew what show he was on too when you asked, but I'm like, no, I wanted her to save it for the show.
I thought
Sifts
I
our little
recognized
saying.
him. He started, so he was on California Dreams in 92
Mm-hmm.
and he started on Days of Our Lives in 93 and he's on it to this day. So he's been,
there you go.
he's been there for 22 years and the show itself, Days of Our Lives, has been running for 50 years.
50?
Can you believe it?
50.
50 years. Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
There you go.
Imagine what those first episodes would be like.
That was like 1-2 punch with Young and the Restless down here for years.
Yeah, I never really watched Young and the Restless, but it was more like Bold and the Beautiful because that was on after I got home from school and Mum used to watch it. Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
We were talking earlier about, you mentioned Passions
Yes.
earlier. Yeah.
Love that show.
People at school used to watch it like just to pay it out. That was the whole purpose of watching it, was like to pay it out of how bad it was.
But that was the show. The show was actually a parody of all the other daytime soapy sort of shows. And that's why I loved it so much. It was just hilarious. With Timmy and
Timmy.
the doll.
Timmy, the creeping little midget, Timmy.
Yeah. Then he died not long after the show.
He died. Yeah. That happens with the little folk more often than not.
Congenital heart disease. Yeah.
Yeah. That happens.
Sad.
Well, actually, no, I don't know if I felt bad when I actually wished that Timmy died and then he did, but...
Because he died in the show, but then he actually died in real life, like around that show.
Right.
In the filming, the last sort of scene of it. So
Okay, yeah, no, we feel bad about that. Maybe not
Timmy.
the character though, but
yeah.
enough about that.
Yeah. Ted walks in.
He walks in.
He's lost 200 pounds.
Yeah.
And
The girls are all gaga.
They swoon.
Hi, Ted.
Cheesy. Like, so Jenny.
So Jen. Jen is gel.
Of course she'd be a bitch and she wouldn't like people that are like overweight or... Because that's just so Jenny.
It
Anyway.
is.
He's and he looks just like Sly. I don't know.
Yeah, because you were like, that's Sly. And I'm like, no, it's not. It is. It looks just like him. I'm like, it's not.
But then they put them both together,
Yeah.
and you can tell that Sly's got a smaller head.
Oh.
But they're basically the same person.
Yeah. Forgot to mention just a moment ago, Jenny's got dibs apparently. How
Yeah,
does that work?
I know,
Well,
like-
we've been friends, so I've got dibs. No, you're just a bossy bitch.
I know.
Quit it.
God, just another reason why
Yeah.
I just don't like her.
The problem with Jenny.
See, we've got
Is
this.
that a talk show? The problem with Jenny.
This is the thing. Right?
Yep.
Take like the cast of Friends, for example, even Saved by the Bell, right? Every character's likable. And they have these little quirks that might annoy you, right? At the end of the day, they're pretty much likable people.
Yeah.
So you expect your main ensemble, who are all buddies, to be all likable. Jenny so far has not been very likable here at all.
No. Which
Like
is,
even I'm realizing it.
yeah.
More and more.
I knew that from the start, but
Because the problem I think is as well, I didn't see much of the first season when it originally aired. I think I saw maybe 2 episodes of season 1 and then I was watching the season 2 episodes. So Jenny, I only saw back in the day like 3-4 episodes with her before she bails. You see? So I'm seeing this side of the character more and more that you don't really see as much in those later episodes. You like her. But that's the problem, is that she's not likable enough as a main ensemble character, you know.
The girl they get into play, well, the
Samantha.
replacement. Yeah, Samantha, the replacement Jenny, so to speak.
The replacement, the other Jenny, yeah.
The other Jenny is so much more likable.
The other Angela and the other Jenny. They're the Richard and Linda. Going back to Lynch World again. Don't worry about it.
What makes me think, if you didn't see it that much back in the day, maybe it didn't rate that well in Australia. So they took it off the air and then, brought it back when it started rating. And
no, because it was still
perhaps
on.
It mirrored the US.
It kept playing.
Yeah.
It kept playing over there as well.
Was it playing at the same time as Saved by the Bell, or was it way before?
Yeah. The last season
it was
of
recorded at the same time.
The last season or two of Saved by the Bell was when California Dreams started. So for the majority of California Dreams run, it was coming I think after Saved by the Bell, the new class. But here in Australia, the college years was on Saturday mornings. In America, it was a prime time with the college years, which only lasted I think it was one season, but they did it in prime time.
What's prime time?
Like at night.
Oh, okay.
Weeknight. It was either a Saturday
night or... That would be weird
to
to watch it, in prime.
Wednesday night or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, no, it still kept going. I don't think there was a problem with the ratings. I just think that it's not as fondly remembered. For some reason, not as many people remember the show as Saved by the Bell. But Saved by the Bell it came first, and it was Cotter, and then there was Kids Incorporated, but there wasn't really much like that. And then along came Saved by the Bell. So people were accustomed to that of that era, and then they see another show that's similar, and they go, oh, that's the knockoff.
Yeah.
Even Peter Engel has said that it was the stepchild of Saved by the Bell, because no matter what it did, it could never be
as big as.
So even he recognises that. Recently, we've put on the odd Saved by the Bell, and it doesn't.
It's not as good.
No,
as what I like. I mean, I didn't.
There are good
I didn't
episodes,
really watch it, but not much to write home about, to be honest.
Yeah, the characters aren't as defined. There's something about the characters that I don't quite.
Yeah.
I can't quite latch onto as much as with Dreams. It's odd, like that. But yeah, back to the show. Sly was rocking the vest here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't notice any vests this episode.
Yeah, he's invested.
He's in
this trying to get the gig at Sharky's.
What's this week's?
It was invested. I don't know song this week.
Come on.
I was trying to think of one the other day, and I got nothing. This episode is just completely killing the inspiration in the room right now. It has done it. It has achieved it. I love the Dreams, but man. So yeah, we go to Matt's room now. Matt and Ted are hanging out. They do this little clappity, look like they were about to break into a game of hopscotch. They got this secret handshake camp deal thing that ends on them playing electric guitar.
Tuba, trumpet, oboe, flute. No girls allowed unless they're cute.
That's so cool.
Do you really think so?
Him, not you.
Jenny enters and asks Ted out. And they're talking about where they're going to go, like which restaurant they're going to go to. And no fatty foods. So then they decide to go a Caesar salad.
At the...
Sugar content of the dressing.
I know.
Versus fat content.
I know. They haven't... See, it was the 90s. They didn't learn about protein until Atkins came along. So it was all like calorie counting, but not really calorie counting. They would like... People know now that it's protein over carb.
Back then you could advertise any food product, and if you put the calorie count, as long as you put only before it sounded like nothing.
Only
4,500 calories. Oh, well, geez, if it's only 4,500 calories, well, it must be healthy it must be a good option, because clearly that's the healthiest choice I can make for my vessel.
For my vessel.
For my vessel.
When really 2,000 calories is like the maximum daily intake generally for most people. Like it should be.
Only 2,000.
No, but to function as a human during the day.
Yeah. So anyway, Jenny and Teddy, they're going out. Jenny, by the way, Jetty. Tenny. Happened again.
What did I call her before? Chenny,
that's right. Right about Chenny.
Yeah. Chenny Chase.
Teddy doesn't want to be called Teddy. He's Ted now. He's all grown up. You see. He's a man now who plays air guitar in his friend's bedroom. She leaves. Tiff comes in, asks him out. Now, does he ask them out or do they ask him out? They ask him out.
They sort of suggest it, and she says something about going to a movie or something.
So they basically ask him out, but then later on they both say he asked me out.
They go against their friendship pact that they made at Sharky's earlier.
Because friends fast.
Friends fast. It's so late. I hate this episode.
So we head off to the garage now, and Tony hates seafood. Here you go, Suzi. Perfect match.
Oh, I love it.
Well, if you don't want to write it down, at least improve your memory.
I could do that?
Absolutely. I read that eating fish really helps.
Fish? Does it smelly little things that swim in the sea? I pass.
I hate seafood. It's
You and Tony, it makes sense now. It's all coming together.
yeah. I'm drawn towards Tony's.
This is destiny, right? Because
I don't know, seafood's. Ooh.
we had our pre-Christmas family get together yesterday, and we go to your mum's place. Everybody gets the prawn cocktail. You get the ham cocktail.
My whole life.
Prawns being shrimp, and we don't put them on the barbie. You just peel them and eat them.
It's too hot in Australia to have cooked things.
Yeah, fuck that. Eat it with lettuce and the dressing. That seafood dressing. So
it's
good.
mum's special sauce. It's like
Yum.
she gave me the recipe. It's mayonnaise, a bit of Tabasco sauce, a bit of sweet chili sauce, salt and pepper.
There you go. Try that with your seafood this Christmas. Tiff and Jenny find out about the double date. See, we've got a theme here. You mentioned before. There's a theme. We've got friends first. There was double date.
Yeah.
The first gig.
Yeah.
First. Right?
And there was another one.
Battle of the Bands.
That's got nothing to do.
Frequency bands. Frequency numbers. That's close enough.
Yeah, fair enough. I just thought there was a pattern with friends first using the F and then the F, and double date using the D and D, and then
Beat of His Own Drum was the other one, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But yeah, no, it's got the numbers thing going on. Somebody's obsessed with numbers or groups of numbers. Multiplication.
We're clutching at straws for this episode.
We are trying so hard. We are... try hard. Such a try hard podcast. You gotta hear it. Such a try hard. You hard try.
But,
you hard comma try.
All right. That's enough.
Hard comma try.
But Sly enters and confirms that the gig,
the bourbon. Huh?
The gig at Sharky's
is
going ahead.
That. Yep.
But they don't get paid for it.
Yep. In good struggling band stroke dodgy promoter tradition or venue owner, they're getting paid in burgers.
Yeah.
They get fries. Actually, they end up getting a bonus at the end of the gig. Spoiler, they actually do play the gig. It doesn't fall through anything. It happens.
They get a bonus.
They do get a good bonus. I'd actually be happy with this.
God, this episode.
So we get the first bar boom in the garage.
In the garage, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've had one yet. That's his Burjo's catchphrase.
Burjo's catchphrase.
Burjo's catchphrase.
Bob Boom, yeah!
Bar boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Yeah, it's no Venga bus is coming.
The Venga bus is coming.
No
the
more.
wheels are still
No more Venga
turning.
Boys. Venga Boys didn't have a dance, did they? They didn't have a dance.
We like to party.
But that's not a dance. That's a song. Oi. I see what you're doing here.
What are the two things that aren't cool, apart from this episode?
Seafood is
Eating
not cool.
seafood. Yeah.
And New Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
There's that New Kids on the Block reference.
Nuke kids on
Nuke, come on now. Oh, oh, oh. We're blaming the writers for this episode.
Yeah.
For this podcast. It's completely Dewey and Solomon and Soltis
Taft
as well. He's not getting off. Engel, you're not getting off lightly either, buddy.
Yeah, he wasn't overseeing this project.
Out to lunch, literally. So we're at the movies now, which somebody on the YouTube upload of this episode, somebody commented that it's the same cinema set that they used in Saved by the Bell.
Oh, another thing, Ted was on Saved by the Bell as well.
Yes, there we go.
But only played like a small part.
Do you think he was just on the set the whole time and that's how they got him? They pulled the set out going, oh, we're going to need this.
Oh.
Dude, you're still here, man.
He'll do. Jenny, Jenny comes in and just destroys the date with Tiff because she fakes a phone call from her father. And Jenny tells Ted that Tiff's father has a black belt. Ted freaks out and takes Tiff home. End scene.
Insane. Another very Kelly Bundy dress, neon pink. Yep.
Then when they're at the Italian restaurant that they always go to when they're on a date.
Yes, the Italian restaurant.
Italian restaurant. So
I wonder if they took in a French film.
No.
Because this is kind of playing into the last episode a bit here.
Yeah, it is kind of...
It's weird that, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the guy that Jenny wants to, or thinks that she wants to... I think we're getting a theme of will Jenny find her guy by the end of her run.
Yeah, and take her away from the show or something.
Yeah, she doesn't. But
No.
but I think that's part of the journey we're on here. The journey.
The Jenny journey.
The Jenny journey. The
like-
Janoni.
Janoni.
Janoni. That's a sewing machine,
Sewing
right?
machine,
Janoni.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Wasn't that a sewing shop? Taft? Smeg. Was it?
Smeg. You're such a smeg.
Tiff crashes the party. Sly is with her.
And
He's made reservations for Dr. Winkle.
Dr. Winkle.
I don't like you. What'd I do? You're here with the woman who will one day be the mother of my kids.
It just got a bit full on there. Tiff was just like, well, you ruined my date with Ted at the movie theatre 10 minutes ago, so I'm going to ruin your date because apparently it's the next day.
We go to the Garrisons and the girls are cracking it at each other in the
garage.
It's all over the place. They're in the garage and they go to the kitchen and Tiff's taking her bass and going home. The girls are going to quit the band here and Matt gets them to agree to cool it for now. Ted comes back and they're all gaga still. So that doesn't last very long. The competition continues. Cut to Sharky's here. No way. Wow, we're getting through this episode really quick.
Because
holy
there's nothing to
shit.
it.
Oh, that can't be. No.
I don't even believe it went for 22 minutes. I think it was shorter than that.
Let's talk about our song here. If it wasn't for you. It reminds me of the theme song of a pilot of a sitcom that didn't make it on air. This is the theme song to every single one of those shows.
Yeah, there's so many of them.
Full House, but way less cooler. Way less.
It wasn't for you. Yeah, it wasn't for you.
Vocals are really good on it, but that's about it. The rest of it, I'm not a fan. Steve, Stephanie Tyrell, you've done better. Freddie Washington, though, the bass player here, has done a fair bit of work for tons of different people, MJ, you name it. But he played
You mean
bass.
Tiff wasn't playing the bass in this song?
You mean that Jenny wasn't playing the keyboards? As they're kind of eyeing each other off, like, I'm pissed at you, I'm pissed at you.
Well, they
You
sort
stole
of
my man, hey.
they sort of reconcile before
I'm a
that
bitch, so I've got dibs. Yeah, go on, sorry.
well, they sort of reconcile prior to the gig because
Well, yeah, they do, that's right.
they look at
see
the
yeah.
they look at the poster of their first photo shoot or gig
Now,
or whatever.
this photo, They make the excuse that her hair's longer, and it is in the photo.
But you don't get a close-up, so you can't tell that it's actually her. I don't believe.
This looks like Jenny Kwan because she was sought after in the original casting of the first season.
Oh.
And then they ended up going with her later on. I think she was going for the role of... Get back to you on that.
The face and the colouring, it just didn't look like her, but they never did a close-up of the poster on the walls.
Yeah. So they're looking at the photo and they're getting all sentimental, and Matt's teed it up. Yeah, he's, concocted this little plan to have them see the photo. The aim of the game here in this one.
Yeah, the lame game.
The lame game. Hi, welcome to the lame game. We've got one contestant. Episode 6, come on down. All right. Waiter, check, please. Press the stop button right now, folks. If you really want to, I mean, we don't care. It's up to you. It's your life. We're taking time out of it. You do whatever you please.
That's why
we're not holding a gun to your head.
Skip this episode.
No, well, we should have, yeah. But anyway, now I'm saying it, yeah, we should have. No, Freddie Washington, the bass player, he did the bass line on Patrice Rushen's Forget Me Not. Forget Me Not, which was the basis of the song Men in Black.
Oh, yeah, it does sound, yeah.
Yep, so that is Freddie Washington on the bass.
Galaxy
and
Defender. Just slide with me.
That is a 90s pop song thing. If you're going to have a hit, it's got to have a dance attached to it. It's got to have dance moves attached to it that no rhythm, no beat, no one lame-ass white people can
Oh, we're not
do.
all lame.
No, some of us are all right. That was a thing. The Macarena, the Men in Black song, Achy Breaky Hearts, Steps, Boot Scootin' Baby.
Spice Girls, stop.
Yeah, Stop. That was one.
The Nut Push. That, Tina Turner.
Yeah. There was a remix that came out in the early 90s of that, though, wasn't there? So that would be another one.
Yeah, I remember it featuring heavily at my year 7 formal thing, like end of primary school.
So if they played the song here, Brent Gore's facial expressions are really...
Yeah, like wide-eyed and looking directly at the camera, like...
A real funk face at one point as well.
Yeah, and the song did not require any facial expression. It was...
He's trying to make the most out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Brent Gore would understand the struggle that we're going through right now.
He's like a country, like he was a country singer, wasn't he, prior to this?
Foggy, country-ish, bluesy-ish, real raw, rugged kind of music.
I think that's what he does now anyways, yeah.
Sly hits up, Sharky. They're still not getting paid. They at least get some onion rings.
Yeah.
That's okay.
What he said is, they're not Sinatra, but,
Yeah.
Because you've got to refer... Yeah, anyway.
Because Mafia.
The Mafia dude, yeah. Ted enters...
He does.
In the scene prior to this, he says he'll decide which one he wants because Matt says, you've got to decide which girl you want. You can't go out with both of them. He says he'll sleep on it. So, in theory, it's the next day. They're at the gig, blah, blah, blah.
Let me sleep on it. Baby, let me sleep on it. Ding, ding, ding.
On it. Are you singing?
know right now.
Okay.
Ted.
Don't
go out with both of them. Come on. Because Matthew's goody two-shoes here.
Yeah, well,
Male tiff. He's Mantiff.
His Mantiff is...
I am Mantiff, the animal of sincerity. Teddy.
Ted.
Yeah.
Theodore.
Oh.
He has 2 tickets
How
to...
young are those girls? Can I drug them? Theo.
He has 2 tickets to Sting for the winner.
Sting again.
Oh.
Here's this thing with this obsession with Sting. It happens in like 10 episodes.
Maybe he was the big thing at the time. Were you into Sting? Were you into Sting?
No.
Who is Sting anyway? I know Sting, but like, Is it a band
The
or?
man called Sting. He does this. He does that. For the police.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Roxanne.
That's right.
That guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I never got into that sort of stuff. It's like Triple M mix.
Triple M.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I'm Ed Gavley. Welcome to Team Effort. My wife, yeah, she's blonde. Yeah, she's fit. Yeah, she's blonde. She's fit. My wife.
The girls are happy.
The girl's happy. She's got no money. I got my rocks off. Oh, how good is this? That's
God, it's the most interesting part of the...
Ted. Matt. I'm just
Theodore.
gonna have the SpongeBob thing in there. 15 minutes later.
Okay, so he's...
24 hours later.
So it's just the way Ted says...
He says.
The way
he says stuff.
The way he says he's going to take the winner. Oh, what would you say? The way he said he's going to take the winner.
The way he says.
Fuck off.
Or like he says that.
It's hot. It's like
It
38
is.
degrees
It
here
is
and
hot.
I'm sweating. And we can't have the air conditioner on because it's too loud.
Because it makes noise. The air conditioner isn't loud, but when you're podcasting, it is.
I'm hot.
Ted. He's a dick.
Anyway, yeah, he said he'll
Right.
take the winner to the Sting concert.
The winner, yeah.
Like, just the way he said that.
The winner.
The winner. Like, it's some competition.
He's the prize.
He's the prize.
He's
I know.
the prize, you see.
What a dick. Tiff and Jen snatch the tickets out of his hand and decide to go by themselves. Go girls.
Friends first.
Friends first.
Da, 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 da.
Don't make me laugh because my belly hurts.
Baby's going to be like, I'm just going to come out early. I'm going to see what the little fuss is about here. Back in now.
So Matt,
He offers to buy him a milkshake. Get him all
Yeah.
fat again because
because he was nicer when he was fat.
yes, he was.
As many people are. Like when like people lose weight and they're just
I am jolly right now, aren't I?
become really, well, apparently it's a guy thing as well. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's the show. It sucked. I wouldn't give it -5 stars, but I'd give it.
Half a star.
Didn't like it.
I don't even remember it when we watched it the first time round because I
Yeah.
must have just erased it from my memory. Like
Same here.
I thought the next one was the one that we're going to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how we put things on and we just fall asleep? Maybe it was one of those.
It could have been. Yeah.
So that was the show.
If you're still with us,
We promise the next one will be better
it will be because we got some good material to work with.
and it won't be 40 degrees. And
Yeah, that's right. And everyone's due for a shitty show, and we just had a shitty show.
Oh, shitty show.
That was episode 5, 6, number 6.
number 6, Friends First.
Friends first.
Such a lame title.
Lame thing.
I don't know. Like girls wouldn't act like. No one I know would act like that anyway. You know what I mean? Like it's just not a believable theme.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the whole thing. It's not a believable theme. It's quite derogatory towards women because
How?
I don't know, because you've
Oh, here we go.
fight
Look
over
out.
like why would you want to fight over a guy? You know, like I don't know, maybe it's
Because it's
and
TV.
he's a dick.
It's TV.
Anyway.
Who used to watch Bold and the Beautiful every day?
I know, but
Ah.
that's because it was long, a long running show and
Oh, so that gives them a pass, does it? I like that.
but
I
Bold
like
and the
that.
Beautiful was good. It is good. It's still running. Actually, it's not that good now. I've caught it a few times on TV and it's actually quite lame.
There's no Ron Moss anymore.
No.
Oh, well, fuck that.
There's no Ron Moss. There's no Stephanie Forrester. She's been killed off. Anyway, that was the show. What did you learn
What did I learn?
from this show?
I learned that this was a shit show. That was all I learned
Yeah.
from this one.
I want that air conditioner back on.
Well, let's hit the music. if you've heard this today and for some unknown reason you want to subscribe, hit us up on iTunes, of course, californiadreamcast.libsyn.com. Just search us in your favorite podcast app. You'll find us. And also we are on Facebook. We are on Facebook there, so you can find links to all the shows if you just go to our Facebook page, California Dreamcast, Twitter at Cal Dreamscast, Instagram at California Dreamcast, at a Massacre for our theme music, California Dreams cover. This has been a slog.
It does get better, folks, though. It does.
Yeah, weird. It gets better.
Especially the next episode.
We didn't even have much fashion to talk about, really, either.
Tried to take it in, but...
We had a vest.
Yeah.
Just the one, I think.
Just the one.
I need some vest control.
Vest control.
Vest control. Like, pest control. For fuck's sake, come on. We gotta give me something. I'm trying. I'm swinging for the fences. Nothing's...
It's like that...
foul balls, all of them.
It's like the tether ball, where you have the tennis ball on a rope around a thing.
Oh yeah, the
what was it called? And it would always hit you in the fucking head.
Pogo. No, not pogo. Totem tennis.
Totem tennis.
Totem tennis. Yeah.
Totem tennis.
Totem tennis.
Is that because you're playing it by yourself? Is totem a word for... I thought
We're not Googling this.
I'm thinking of tandem tennis.
No, but we all love Channing Tatum. Great actor. Quickly, community service announcement here. We get a lot of our info from Wikipedia, and they are really in the spot of needing donations at the moment. So if you can throw a few bucks to Wikipedia, if you use it a lot, I think we should all do that. $5 contribution the other day, and I thought I'll just throw it out there. So yeah,
they don't have ads on there.
No ads.
No ads.
No ads.
Yeah. And so, free information. And
yes.
But it can be updated by anyone, so I don't always trust Wikipedia.
Oh no, you get some great troll work on there as well, which provides a laugh, really. So I mean, you know, hey, it's all for the greater cause of mankind, learning and laughing. I'm all for that. That was episode 6 of the Dreamcast. We'll see you episode 7. I'm Josh.
I'm Suzi.
She's yawning, so stay stout. Cheers.
This is an ArmourPod production. Send all production inquiries to armourpod@gmail.com.